We are live. Hi, ladies and gents. Welcome to another live. I am Nina, and today, as you can see, I am barefaced getting ready to do my makeup. So, I wanted to do it with you guys. And this is basically the look that I'm going to be trying out today. So, let's get into it. Okay. Happy Sunday to everybody. I hope you're all doing well. Just want to set up on this side as well. Okay, cool. So let's have a chat. I'm going to be doing my makeup and getting ready to go out and run some errands. And I'm just going to be sharing my makeup routine with you. So I have done a couple of makeup looks that I've posted up. I've done a soft glam and a brown smoky eye. So I'm really liking the brown smoky eye vibe. So I'm going to recreate that live with you guys today, but I'm just going to add a little touch of pink. That's what I'm feeling like. So let's get into it. I'm going to first just prime my face. I use this Maybelline Lasting Fix to prime. I do actually have a primer that I also use occasionally, which is the Essence primer. It's got sunscreen as well. But I don't know, lately this Maybelline has been doing it for me. Okay, and I'm gonna go in with my eyebrows. So I just use like mascara to do my eyebrows, and sometimes I'll use a pencil, and sometimes I'll use just a brow gel. Okay. So, ladies, I get a lot of questions and, kind of confrontations, to be honest, from other ladies that are like, oh my gosh, why do you take so much time? And gents, to be honest, why do you take so much time to like get ready and all of that kind of stuff? And obviously, if you wear makeup, you know why it takes so long because it's art, so you can't really rush it. But also, sometimes, especially if you're leveling up, you kind of get to understand that, yes, the makeup, the girly dresses, and all of that, that's cute, but you're also doing a service to the world. Honestly, because if you look around you, like I know when I look around, whether it's at work or in a social setting or whatever, I'm usually, if not the most leveled up person in the room, then, I'm one of. And it's so rare, ladies, that women are actually taking care of themselves and grooming and spending time doing makeup and working on their personalities, working on who they are as people, being more polite, being kinder, just being generally more feminine, not being a doormat, because we don't do that around here, but just bringing a certain element and essence of femininity. And it's so important because the men that you are dating, if you are dating up, if you are meeting more affluent men, they are not privy to femininity. They work corporate jobs or really high intensity jobs, and they have to be in the masculine energy a lot. They compete with a lot of masculine energy around them. Some of the masculine energy that they're competing with are women. And it's just very difficult to come across his reciprocal, to come across feminine energy. So when you are leveling up and you are embracing your feminine energy, yes, the easiest superficial side of it is getting dates, getting courted, getting treated really nicely, and all of that kind of stuff. But the deeper part of it is that you are also allowing this man to experience femininity, because chances are he does not experience it anywhere else in the world. He doesn't experience it at his job, definitely not. He doesn't experience it around his friends. He may experience it around family, but it's definitely not in a social or romantic sense. So when he's courting you and pursuing you and approaching you, and you have that feminine energy, from what you look like to how you talk to just your essence when he's around you, when you have that, you're basically giving him something that he does not get to experience on a daily basis. And that's why men really do get attached and sometimes kind of addicted to feminine women, because you just don't find that. You just don't. And it's not only exciting, but it's also quite healthy for men to be able to experience feminine energy, just like it's healthy for women to experience masculine energy. That's our reciprocal. You know, men feel alive and they feel like they can conquer the world when they are embraced by feminine energy. And women feel safe and secure, like they can relax and be themselves when they are around masculine energy. So that's really how that works. So the reason why I preach and will always preach feminine energy is because it's not just about getting nice dates, ladies. It's also really just about being able to give the masculine principle the opportunity to experience the softer side of life, the more exciting side of life, the more nurturing side of life, the more bubbly side of life, you know, allowing them to be a little bit more romantic, more spontaneous, more thoughtful, more kind, more appreciative, because those are the elements that feminine energy bring to the party. Okay, so now that I've done my brows and I've kind of cleaned it up with some baby wipes, I'm going to go in with some concealer. So I'm using this Maybelline Fit Me. Maybelline should sponsor me. This is not a sponsored video yet. So, but it's a bit of a lighter color. It's the color 30. So what I like to do is I like to just mix it with my foundation just to give it a little bit of warmth. But you kind of want the concealer for this part to be a little bit lighter than your skin, just so it looks more cleaned up. See, so I'm just mixing it. My foundation is also Maybelline, you guys. Okay, so I'm mixing that up over there. So yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna use my phone over here for this part. I need the mirror. Okay. So yeah, ladies, you really wanna be able to be the feminine principle for this man. Okay. And you also want to be the feminine principle for yourself. You want to be you want to give yourself the opportunity to nurture yourself, love on yourself, give yourself you know, that um, space to be expressive, creative, relaxed, to replenish yourself, to heal yourself, whatever it is that you feel you need to do. And the more you connect with your feminine energy, the more you unlock your creativity, your self love, your self care, your appreciation of the moment, and all of those things can really be very healing for you, you know. And I know sometimes feminine energy can also be very triggering, especially to other women. It does happen, and it's unavoidable, unfortunately. If there was a formula, if I knew of it, I would definitely share it with you ladies. I would plug you, but I am yet to find a formula. It's unfortunate, but it happens. It happens. Sometimes you lose friends, sometimes people that liked you when you were a little bit crusty. When you start glowing up, they're a little bit uncomfortable. They start getting competitive. It happens. Okay. But that's part of the journey because that's kind of the dark side of the feminine energy, and everything has a light and dark side. So there's nothing wrong with it. But that's usually just those people's own feminine essence probably trying to come out, maybe not in the healthiest of ways, but it's triggered because it also wants to come through. So I know, like, I've had experiences of being triggered by women that were more leveled up than me, and just seeing the kind of, um, you know, experiences that they were able to attract because of the level of work that they've put into who they are, what they look like, where they hang out, you know what I mean? Like what they're about, what their aspirations are, all of that kind of stuff. They've put so much work into that the fruits that we now see are so like amazing, right? But we don't actually see the work behind it. And yeah, being triggered by thinking, well, what does she have? And having the realization that it's not what she has that's got her dream life. It's who she's decided to become. There are people that we know that we probably see ourselves as, oh, we're on the same level as them, or we're even better than them, right? We get comparative sometimes. And then when we see things starting to happen for them that we don't understand because they put in work behind the scenes that we were not privy to, then we feel triggered because we're like, wait, but we're on the same level. How are you bypassing? So women get triggered too, but it's important because if they're able to use that trigger to improve themselves, then you've added to that. I know a lot of my motivation um, when it comes to friends, other women that I know that I can see that, wow, okay, she's moving on a different level. You know, being able to move from being triggered, recognizing that, okay, I'm feeling triggered, but I know it's because I feel like, hey, what about me? Right? But realizing that, okay, there's work that went into it. Am I willing to do that work? Am I ready to do that work? Because honestly, I can't be mad if I'm not willing to do what she's done to level up. So I've leveled up a lot using the fuel of triggers, and it's helped me to at least get to this level, which is a level I'm happy with. It's not the ultimate yet, but it's way better than where we started, right? So I'm very appreciative of those women for leveling up because now they've inspired me to figure it out and level myself up. So even if you end up triggering people around you, you're probably actually helping them. And it's very few compared to the women that are actually going to be inspired positively by you and level up because it does happen. I've actually made a video about the kind of influence that leveling up has. I think I made it on my Facebook. If you are following me on Facebook, hey. So you are going to influence a lot of people. There's a lot of things that you're going to be able to start doing and you're going to have access to that you naturally wouldn't if you weren't leveled up. But a lot of women are also going to be inspired and they'll tell you, they'll show you, and you don't know the kind of impact. And it's not only women. I've had, male colleagues change up and level up, because the level up really is not exclusive to femininity. It's just that I'm feminine, so I can only speak from a feminine perspective. But men level up all the time. And if you start hanging around men that actually are affluent, like how I teach you ladies to do, you'll see they're always leveling themselves up, always. Okay, so I like to make my sponge quite damp. I just enjoy how it feels on my skin and also how it blends everything. So I've kind of mixed my concealer with my foundation, like I had it over here, and I'm just gonna highlight my face, and I'm also using it on my eyelids. It's almost like a primer. So whatever color I put on top of this is just gonna be popping, girl. So yeah, I've had male colleagues level up and get job promotions and move up because they've taken the very same advice that I give to ladies that I put on my content as well. And it works. It's literally the same formula over and over again in different contexts. So whether you're leveling up for a better job, to increase your career prospects, or you're leveling up for dating, it doesn't matter. The formula is the same. And the great part about it is that you can actually get everything happening at the same time, literally. You know, you can improve your dating life, you can improve your career prospects, you can go for interviews, and studies have shown that people that are well groomed tend to get preference over people that are not well groomed. And I've seen adverts, job adverts, that state you must be well groomed. You know, if you're going to be interacting with clients, if you're going to be the face of the company, if you're going to be somebody that people have to interact with, some companies will specify that you need to be well groomed because your presentation, how you present to the world in a work context, will represent them as a brand. And if you're not on brand and you're, you know, whatever, then they're probably not even going to consider you no matter how good your qualifications are. So I'm just having some bubbly while I get ready. I was gonna make a mimosa, but it's the last glass left. So yeah. Allow people to experience feminine energy through you. It could be your family. I have, nieces that embrace being girly because I'm their inspiration. And, they may look around them and see very masculine women and kind of feel like they don't fit in because maybe they're actually feminine in, their personality and who they actually are. And then when they see somebody in their family who is leveled up and feminine, and they feel like that resonates with them, that gives them permission to become more of who they want to be. And that's a beautiful gift to give to anyone, really, you know? So allow your femininity to come into the world, ladies. If it takes a little bit of extra time to get ready, to do your makeup, to do your hair, to figure out your outfit, let it take that extra time. Let it take that extra time. But when you are out there and you have brought that level of energy with you, then it's really worth it because if we go even deeper, feminine energy is the healing energy. Masculine energy does not heal. It protects, definitely. It provides, definitely. But it does not heal. It does not bring healing. Even your body, when you're on go, 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 yes, you can get things done and all of that kind of stuff, but you cannot recover. Your cells don't go into recovery mode when you're in go mode. That's why you burn out, because then your body kind of shuts down to force you to bring in the balance of healing. Feminine energy is the only energy that is capable of healing. So if you are not bringing it into the world, if you feel it resonates with you, okay, no one's forcing anyone to do anything. Please don't even get me wrong. But if you feel it resonates with you, but for some reason you don't allow yourself to bring it through, you're depriving the world of that level of healing because feminine energy is the only energy that can heal. You have to be in recovery and rest mode to heal. That is feminine energy mode. Take it easy, take it slow so that your body, your mind, your nervous system knows that you're not in danger. So it can start to regenerate new cells, it can heal whatever is going on. But if you stay in go, 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 which is masculine energy, if you're in it 24/7, especially as a feminine essence being, you're actually doing more harm than good to yourself because you're not giving your body the opportunity to heal. You're not giving yourself the opportunity to heal. And you're not giving other people the opportunity and the permission to heal. We're no longer living in a society where we're always on the run from predators as human beings in general. So we kind of have to retrain our nervous system to get out of um, survival and get into healing, regenerating, and thriving and prospering, right? And that's feminine energy. But masculine energy still needs to be there to keep us safe away from predators, to keep us, protected. So if we as feminine essence beings, those that identify as feminine energy, if we're not bringing it into this world, then we're basically depriving everybody of the opportunity to heal and get into their minds that we're in healing mode. We're not in run for cover mode. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put on some translucent, it's not Maybelline this time, it's Yardley translucent loose powder. So I'm just going to put that where I've put my concealer to highlight it. So when I'm not doing eyeshadow, I will usually just dust a little bit of this on my eyelids just to keep that concealer in place. But if I do it before I do my eyeshadow, then my eyeshadow doesn't really sit very well, as I've learned. And that's the point of doing your makeup regularly, is that you learn what works and what doesn't work. So I'll just do my eyeshadow look. I like to do it while my face is baking. I really do not want to put this much, but it's fine. Okay, so I'm going to be sitting here looking like a ghost for the rest of this chat. So I really love this translucent powder. It just stays on and keeps my makeup in place the whole day. And I actually don't shine that much. I have a very kind of shiny face. So I really don't shine too much. And it doesn't really dry my face out as well, because some of them do that and I don't like that. Okay, so I'm going to start with my pencil. This is LA Girl Perfect Precision Eyeliner. It's brown. I don't know if there's a color for it or a number. I don't know. Yeah, brown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in the crease right over here. Just following my eyeball. And then at the corner, I'm going to bring it down and across my lash line. I'm just looking in my mirror to make sure I do it properly. Okay, so that's more or less where we are. I'll do the same on this side. So one thing I love about makeup is that I've never really been a makeup girl, to be very honest. Like most of my life. It's only when I really decided to level up, that'd probably be like 2019, 2020 mostly. That's when I really started learning how to do my own makeup. But I love it because the level of creativity is actually so much fun. You know, you do something step by step. So what I do is I'll find a look like I found right now, and I'll follow it step by step. Okay, what does this look like? And all of that kind of stuff. And then I'll see how that comes out. 80-90% of the time it comes out great. Sometimes not so much. Um, so, and then the next time and the next time and next time you are doing it on your own, freehand, freestyle, and you kind of have new ideas of, I want to play with this, I want to try that. So that's what's happened with this brown look. I tried it step by step first, and now that I kind of know how to do it, I'm experimenting with different like variations. So I love that. I love that about makeup. So now I'm just gonna blend this. Just blend it. I'm blending it more up. So into my upper lid, as they would call it. And then I'm also blending it down over here, just close to my lash line, so that this middle part stays, clear. Okay. I'm kind of gonna bring it in a little bit, maybe halfway. I think that's fine. Okay. I'm gonna do the same on the side. So yeah, if it takes you a little bit of extra time to do your makeup, to get your outfit together and all of that, then so be it. But if you really feel like you want to be more feminine, it's worth investing the time and the energy, and understand that it's not just for yourself, it's really for other people. Like, I know when, you like, oh, I only like dating masculine men, or whatever, people can be really vicious, like, so what do you do for him, what do or what do you bring to the table, whatever, and it can feel like you have to bring something tangible or physical, but that's just more masculine energy. And honestly, a real masculine man has enough masculine energy. He doesn't need yours, and yours compared to his, if he's more masculine than you, obviously, is like nothing. So I'm just gonna because I'm gonna use the same brush to contour. So it's basically, if you're a makeup artist, please don't come for me. This is homemade. It's not store bought. You know what I mean? I'm just doing my own thing over here. Okay. So now that I've blended the brown, I'm gonna go in with some pink. So I know the picture that I showed you doesn't actually have that much pink over here. I'm wondering if I should do exactly the picture or do what I want to do. I'm conflicted. Okay, let me just follow the picture. Let me just follow the picture and we'll try a different variation next time. The picture had pink under here. I'm using a dark, kind of spicy maroon instead of pink. I'm gonna be wearing a red dress, so I kind of want something that's gonna be not too far. So I remember there was a point where I was kind of doing surveys, like asking men on dates what, certain like different questions and different things. And I remember asking a very specific question over and over, like, would you prefer if your date came on time or even early for the date, but she just kind of looked like she rushed out of the house? She kind of looks basic. She didn't really doll up. She didn't really do much. She just rocked up, but she's on time, because men can be very pedantic about their time. Okay. Or a lady that has maybe arrived a couple of minutes late, but she looks head to toe dolled up, gorgeous. She got dressed for the date. She did her hair, she did her makeup, her nails, her everything is looking really good. What would you prefer? And about 80% of men said, you know what, I prefer the one that showed up a little bit late. Yes, it's a pet peeve, but if she looks really good, I can forgive it because her coming on time, but she looks really basic is kind of like, well, you could have taken that extra time to at least look good. And that's literally what men have said. And so ladies, they're also willing to actually wait for you if you look good. But you just have to look like, I think it's just for them, it's like you have to look like you want to be there, because if you just show up looking really basic, they're just like, okay. But if you show up and you at least put in some effort, it shows that you wanted to be there in the first place. You actually did A, B, and C, and he feels special. You may not have done it specifically for him. Maybe that's just who you are, but he kind of feels special. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a little bit of this. It's called Spicy from this Naughty palette, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of it into the brown. I just feel like it's a little too dark. And that's not really what I'm going for. Okay, I like that. See, that actually looks even softer, and I like that. Okay. That makes me happy. So yeah, ladies, and if you didn't get it from my videos by now, there's a lot of power that comes with feminine energy. And if you want to experience that power, go ahead, because not a lot of ladies are willing to be feminine. So when you are willing to be feminine, you actually are the only one who gets a certain level of treatment. Because think about it, a man, if you are claiming to be or trying to be more masculine than him, which is what a lot of masculine ladies do, it's not enough to just be masculine. She has to be more masculine than him. She has to correct him. She has to show him who's boss. She has to put him in his place. Like, why would he want to treat you? Because you're the man. He doesn't treat his boys. Why would he want to treat you? You've put yourself in that category. And that's where a lot of masculine women don't get it. They think, oh, but I'm smart, I'm this, I'm that. Why doesn't he? Well, I'm smart too, but I'm not trying to be smarter than the man that's sitting across the table on a date. You know, I don't care to show him how smart I am. It's not a priority to me. And that's why when I want certain things, I get them very easily, because I'm not in the bro category. I'm not in the I'm your competition category, because then his thought is, well, if you're so manly, why do you need me? Surely you can do it by yourself. And my whole thing is, I can't do it by myself. I'm helpless. I need your help. So someone is very sick around here. I hope they get better. So I'm gonna go in with the brown just along my lash line very lightly. I don't really want to do a black liner, which is what I usually do. So I'm just gonna do very light brown. So yeah, and the reason you want to level up, ladies, is if you are dating affluent men, Okay, let me tell you a secret. It doesn't matter how good of a person you are, and actually doesn't matter how much he likes you. You also have to remember that these men go to five-star places a lot, whether it's at the airport or restaurants or hotels or conference centers or whatever. They are always surrounded by a certain caliber of people. And I always make the example of if you look at air hostesses and um, you know lobbyists, what? Lobby receptionists at hotels and all of that kind of stuff. If you look at those women, they are leveled up. They are feminine. They are pretty. A lot of them get hired on their looks. Is it fair? Is it real? So if he takes you to a five-star restaurant, if you go on vacation and you check in at a five-star hotel, whatever, if the people that are serving you look better than you, then, there's a problem. I'm actually going to put lashes on just to complete the look and because I like lashes. If I'm completely honest. Um, no. I don't know where my lash glue is. Okay. It's not here, so I won't put lashes on for now. Let me just complete the look for you guys. So if those ladies have their nails done on point every day, because that's the equivalent of looking professional for them, and you rock up with your chipped nails and all the rest, oh my gosh, what's going on? And this lady is serving you and she's looking better than you. She smells better than you. She's, more composed than you are. Then you have a problem. You need to level up. You honestly cannot allow yourself to date really affluent men and not come into the realization and the reality that he's used to being surrounded by beautiful, leveled up women all day long, wherever he goes. They work at his favorite restaurant, they work at his favorite hotel. They work on the airline that he uses to go out of town and out the country. And then you want to show up with your chipped nails and, your crazy hair, whatever, and your clothes with holes in them. And then you're like, oh, hi, no. Oh, but I'm smart. Okay, and he works with smart people. He meets smart people all day long. You know what I mean? So, ladies, I know it sounds shallow, and a lot of ladies don't like this chat, and I get it. I absolutely get it. But sometimes you just have to learn the rules of the game so that you're actually able to stand a chance to get somewhere. Because if you're just going to be hard headed and say people should like you for who you are, has that worked out for you so far? I know that's a little harsh, but sometimes it needs to be said. And if you're not willing to put in the work, that's also fine. But then guess what? You cannot, first of all, expect a certain level of treatment, and you can't be mad if you're not getting it. And you can't be mad at the people that are actually putting the time in. Like, I had to ask myself, when I felt myself being triggered, like, am I willing to do what she's done to get to where she's at? Am I willing to look good every single day? Am I willing to have the guts to start interacting only with a specific kind of person? Am I willing to do that? And if the answer is no, then I need to just sit back and chill and relax. If I'm not willing to do it, then I need to relax. It's the same like, if you're in your masculine and you see somebody who's getting more successful than you and getting promotions and getting this and that, and you're getting mad, and you have to ask yourself, okay, are you willing to do what they did? Are you willing to go further your studies? Are you willing to work all hours? Are you willing to do more than you're getting paid to do so that people in your company can start taking you seriously, so that you can learn more skills, so that you can be more exposed? Are you willing to do all of that? And if the answer is no, then you can't be mad at people that are actually getting promotions because you're not willing to put in the work. And if you're not willing to put in the work, then you have to settle for whatever you get. And you can't be mad at anybody but yourself. So I'm just cleaning up with concealer here at the end, just to make it a little sharper. You can see. This side looks better than the side. There you go. So that's just really how it goes. And so, yeah, that's why I make the content that I make as well, ladies, because I know for me, it took some introspection to get to a point where I could actually look at myself and see where I was versus where I felt I wanted to be or deserved to be, and then looked at the work that it was going to take to make that jump and asked myself, am I willing to do it? And in the beginning, it's a lot of effort because it's new. It's like when you drive, you have to concentrate on doing this, that, and the next thing. But after a couple of years of driving, you don't even hardly think about it anymore. So it's the same thing with leveling up. You, in the beginning, have to put in a lot of effort, but then at some point, it becomes automatic and easy and natural for you. But you really have to first put in the work to build that momentum before it becomes natural for you. Okay, I'm actually quite happy with this look. Ladies, let me know what you think. I think it's nice and subtle, it's not too much. I think it would have been really nice with the lashes, but what I'll do is I'll put it on when I'm done over here. So I'm going to take the exact same spicy from the Naughty palette and just put a little bit on my high cheekbones. So yeah. That's fine. And then I'm gonna add a little shimmer and highlight to my cheekbones again. And just under my brow, just dusting it very lightly. I'm using this MAC highlighter, Cheeky Bronze. I really love it, and it's lasted me so long. It's so good. It's so pigmented, but it's also not like, you know, like the hectically almost fake looking one. It's really not that vibe, so I like it. I'm not really gonna put like any shimmer on my eye like I usually do. I'm just gonna leave it like lipstick. There's a trick that I saw. Okay, and then she put on some gloss. Let me see. This gloss is basically done. I just can't let it go. This is the MAC Spite. I just can't let it go. It's so embarrassing, you guys. It's like there's nothing there. There's something. I'm not crazy about it. Okay, I'm just gonna go over it with this Catrice. Okay. I think that's much better. There's money everywhere. Okay. As you can see by the robe I'm wearing, it's money everywhere. Oopsie. So that is the final look, you ladies. You guys, you want to say ladies and you are about reaping the best benefits of it, then you are the only person that can make it happen. And remember that your path is always going to be different from someone else's path. Your needs are going to be different from someone else's needs. So even when you get comparative or you see people getting comparative, just realize that, you know, you guys probably don't even want exactly the same things. So there's really no point. And if you feel something that tells you you need to be doing better, then look more into that than trying to compare yourself with a specific person and all of that kind of stuff. You know, level up, allow yourself to be more feminine, allow yourself to experience your feminine nature, and allow other people, allow us to experience your feminine nature as well, because you really have no idea how many people's lives you can affect and influence and change potentially for the better just by being a better version of yourself. And yeah, you also don't know what kind of amazing man you'll attract if that's what you want when you level up. You just don't know. You have no idea. So I'm going to leave it over there. Thank you so much for joining me, ladies. I hope you have a splendid rest of your Sunday, and I will see you in the next one.